Hi everyone, this is Amanda and welcome to this video. I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about what a productive INFP looks like and maybe more importantly, what it feels like. So just to recap a little bit before I get into this video, because I have, this is the third in a little bit of a mini series that I'm doing. So in the first video that I put out called let's see if I can remember this, why traditional productivity advice gets INFPs stuck every time. I talked a little bit about just that, about when INFPs go looking for some productivity advice, it tends to trip them up in various ways. And the next video I did a few days later was on the cornerstones of INFP productivity. So those qualities that INFPs have that really have an impact on how productive we are. And those things were intuition, variety, and slowness. And you can check out both of those videos, at some point if you haven't already seen them. They're also on my YouTube channel. But in today's video, I wanted to kind of bring it all together and talk about, what a productive INFP looks like. And like I said, and in some ways, what it really feels like. So I would say that a productive INFP, number one, a productive INFP is not fighting themselves. So typically, or maybe I should say, when INFPs sort of start like their productivity journey, they can try to fight their own natural qualities and abilities because they're trying to sort of fit themselves to an outside image that they either have of what a productive person looks like or of what they're being told that looks like. So, but the problem is that a lot of what's being reflected back to you or mirrored back to you by the world is not going to reflect your own strengths. So, for instance, what comes to mind there is using intuition to be productive. Many INFPs are very good with intuition and they also really like using it. And so, using your intuition as part of your productivity practice is a way that you can not only be more productive, but do so in a way that actually suits you, that's actually catering to one of your strengths. The other thing that this involves that I think is really important is basically that, because it's not just all about your strengths, you do have flaws or weaknesses as well. Maybe you don't like those words, maybe you want to think of it as just areas that need improvement, but whatever it is, you have some places that you kind of have to keep an eye on. But I think the thing that's important to remember here is that when you come across like a flaw that you have, you either learn to just let it go or you find a way around it, but you don't make it the centerpiece of your productivity plan. Like sometimes trying to shore up your weaknesses just really takes you off track. And, I think you really have to, and I think I've had to let go of things that I will never be. So that's really the first piece of being a productive INFP is you're just not fighting yourself. You're going along with who you are and what your unique qualities and abilities are. And then the second thing is that you are enjoying yourself. I think it would be an exceptionally rare INFP that would be happy being productive while not also enjoying the process. So no matter what it is that you achieved or accomplished, without some sense of enjoyment, and I think another way that you could say that is without a sense of meaning or purpose, right? But there's joy in the process. You won't really be happy or fulfilled or satisfied. You might be there, you could become very accomplished, you could become very effective, but it may have a negative impact on your health, physical and mental, and your well-being. So a productive INFP enjoys what they're doing. And it doesn't mean that you do everything with the same level of enjoyment, or that maybe you don't have to do some things sometimes that you don't really enjoy, but overall, you're enjoying the process. It's something that's fulfilling and satisfying to you. And you're also getting things done. But I don't think I think enjoyment is something that isn't quite talked about enough in not just productivity, but in living our lives as well. The third and last thing that a productive INFP does is that they are moving projects forward appropriately, right? So yes, we're enjoying ourselves, and yes, we're not fighting who we are, but we are also moving things forward in an appropriate fashion. Because sometimes with our combination of qualities, it can be, maybe we can find the enjoyment, and maybe we can be in alignment with our strengths, but we might not actually be moving things forward in a way like that they need to get done. And so that's the last piece here. It's really, if I could sum this up like in a very quick nutshell, it's really to find structure points that you then move around. So I sometimes will have this image of if I'm walking along, if my productivity is a path that I'm walking along, these structure points are like these big stable columns that are in the path, right? So when I come up to one, I have to engage with it and then move around. But if there's no column in front of me, that's the part where I can sort of flow from place to place, or from one edge of the path to the other edge. It's only when I hit those columns that I've got to, I have to take their structure into account and move around them. So I like to, if you read my stuff, watch my stuff, engage with my work, you'll see that I'm often giving these little images for how I view things, because it helps me to understand, to understand them. So yeah, so that is the productive INFP, right? Someone who is not fighting themselves, someone who's enjoying themselves, but someone who is also moving their projects forward appropriately. And in that way, we have the whole picture. We are effective in getting things done, but we're not so effective that we are letting other things go or sacrificing other things to achievements and accomplishments. And that's really how I see the productive INFP. I hope this video has helped you to see what a productive INFP can look like. And before I end here, I just want to take a minute to let you know that I have an online course coming out, and it's by the same name as my book. So it's called Productivity for INFPs. And it's not really, you don't have to have read the book to take the course and get something out of it, but it is a sort of a deeper experience with that information. So it's a self-paced course. It's very much designed for INFPs in that it can be taken in small bite-sized chunks, and also it can be taken in any order. It offers a deep look into your true productive self, and it covers topics like goal setting, scheduling and planning, decision making, among other things. So this will be released and available in just a few days. So keep an eye out for that, if you're interested in it, during the launch week, there's going to be a discount on it. And there will also be some bonus material that I'm offering during that launch week. So if you're on my newsletter, I'll give the details when it's ready. And you can also find them on my website. So that will be Monday, April 25th, 2022. I will be releasing the Productivity for INFPs online course. And that's it for this video. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you soon.